once you realize your self is nothing but ego because you're made up of all your actions, your habits, your relationships, and all that. Once you realize that, you realize you could be a part of the entire world. You no longer look at everything as something to serve your ego because the ego isn't there. Like it's not something constant. It's not your bone, it's not like your femur. It's not always going to be there, you know. And that was kind of a bad example because God forbid you lose a leg, but you know what I mean. The ego is a process of, like I said, everything you do. So it's like a flame. You know how a flame is only it's a process. It's literally, you need oxygen, gasoline, space, time, and all those things. It's a process, just like how your ego right now. You are not, your goals, or you're not your ambitions, or you're not, what that like prideful, I guess, thing in your stomach tells you. You're not that. And what the quote, to study the self is to forget the self, is saying is, once you kind of abandon the ego because you realize you're, you know, millions of things, as far as if you like to roller skate, if you like to lift, if you like to do all that, you and you feed your pride with it and your ego with it. You look at it as kind of like you someone in the gym lifting or playing guitar or painting, in their head while they're in flowing, they're not like, oh, I'm lifting right now, I'm painting right now, I am a man or a woman, playing the guitar. No, that's kind of what serving your ego is kind of like, because you're like not fully allowing life and all the beautiful tons and millions of things to flow through, the transcending soul you have. And what do I mean by transcending? When you're just full of, yourself, you see things as like, oh, I look better than this person at this party. When in reality, if you're just there, to experience, or not even a party, any sort of get together, if you're just there to experience, you allow the entire multitude of the world pass through you as it is, not just as the self-centered version that you want to see. The more you investigate me, the more you realize me isn't a necessarily fixed thing. And I just want to finish that sentence off by, don't take this as being passive or as being weak, or forgetting like yourself, or forgetting your goals or your passions. No, not at all. If anything, once you realize this, you'll everything will be 100 times more enjoyable. You won't necessarily think so much about someone's opinion, their perspective. You'll switch from a self-centered consciousness to a non-dual reality type looking aspect. Like, instead of just being like, what do I think about this, and what do I think that they think about this, and instead of just thinking, okay, what would me and this person dynamic think, you think about how it really is, like reality, how everything really is. And that's why I said, like, you're not just you're like millions of things at the same time, basically. But everyone, I hope this made sense. If it doesn't, I'll just show you my journal or whatever. God bless all you guys. Get after it.